Lonzo Ball in his second game definitely played like a big baller and definitely made his dad LeVar Ball proud. What is going on, y'all? 5 Sports Talk back at it with another video, talking some NBA, of course, talking about Lonzo. Now look, Laker fans, talking to you guys. Let's talk. Let's have a dialogue here because I made a video about Lonzo after his first game with his unimpressive debut against the Rockets, in which Patrick Beverley basically shut him down, got into his head, and completely rattled him. And today, he turns around and has a sensational performance. That's right, I said it, sensational performance by Lonzo Ball. And I had a lot of Laker fans in my comments, in my Twitter, mentioning that, Lonzo, are you going to make a video about him and how good of a game he had? And listen, look, I don't want you guys to get it confused. I criticized Lonzo because of what I saw. But did I ever say Lonzo Ball was going to be a bust? No. So let's talk about what we saw here, what I saw here, and what we can expect moving forward, okay? First and foremost, let's talk about the numbers, okay? So everybody knows it's blowing up everywhere, right? Lonzo Ball almost had a triple-double. Great game. So 29 points, 11 rebounds, 9 assists, 4 turnovers, but he did have 1 steal, 12 for 27 from the field, 4 for 9 from 3, 1 for 2 from the line, okay? A lot of good and just a little bit of bad, okay? But let's start with the good, okay? First things first, the thing I liked about Lonzo tonight is that he learned, okay? He learned from his last game to pick his spots, to not get rattled, to keep it going, to not stop, to push the tempo, to just play his game, right? And a lot of players, a lot of young players usually don't realize that, and they don't learn from their mistakes. And I like the fact that Lonzo learned from his mistakes in the first game and really made some adjustments in this game, okay? So, like that a lot. Again, let's talk about the good. Lonzo Ball, honestly, folks, just from his rebounding, because this kid is a underrated rebounder. He's a very good rebounding point guard. He already is one of the most versatile point guards in the NBA, because I feel like Lonzo, and I'm going to say this 29 points is an anomaly, and I'll get into that real quick, but he's always going to be a triple-double threat, I feel like, just because the rebounding numbers and then the assist numbers, okay? So Lonzo Ball could be flirting with the triple-double more often than not just because of how good of a rebounder he is. I'm very shocked by that, and that is probably one of his best traits, okay? We all know about the passing. I'm not going to talk about that. Lonzo Ball, I've already said this, gifted passer. We know it. Let's move on, okay? Let's talk about his performance in terms of the offensive end, okay? Look, he went up against All-NBA defender Patrick Beverley, who is, if not the best on-ball defender in the NBA. He is certainly in the conversation, certainly top 5, to going to play one of the worst teams in the NBA, in the Phoenix Suns, who absolutely got shellacked the other night by the Portland Trail Blazers, in which Damian Lillard went off, okay? So, let's throw a caveat in here in that, okay, definitely the competition was much easier, okay? And I'm not trying to take away from his performance. Just let me finish before Laker fans, you guys get all over me. He definitely did play a worser team, okay? The Phoenix Suns are not good, and certainly they're not good defensively. If you guys play daily fantasy, you should know to target point guards against the Suns, okay? So Lonzo Ball, I, of course, expected him to have a much better game than he did in his first game. And if he didn't, there would be a problem, okay? Because this team is bad defensively, okay? And he's not going to play the Suns every night. So, really, he's not going to play this bad of a defense every night. But there's still some good takeaway here because, like I said, he picked his spots, made a lot of threes. He had 4 3-pointers today. A couple of them were open, but a couple of them he was able to create and sort of showed me that his release might not really be a problem because he does get it off fairly quick. And then, of course, he was able to get to the basket on various occasions. I like that. He's sneaky in terms of his slashing ability, but he's never in a rush in terms of looking like he's out of control. That's what I liked, okay? I like the fact that whenever he drives, there's always the threat of the pass. And like I said, he's sneaky good at getting to the basket. So, good there. Here's the bad. 27 shots. It took him 27 shots to get 29 points. He took 14 more shots than anybody else on the Lakers. Brandon Ingram took the next closest shots, which was at 14. So, or 13 shots, excuse me. So he took 13 more shots than the next player. And you're just not going to have this type of volume every night from Lonzo. I don't believe he's going to shoot this much. He's not a scorer. He just isn't. He's a pass-first point guard. So he shot under 50%, which is obviously not good. But like I said, growing pains as a rookie, he's going to go through it. Shooting efficiently is a hard thing in the NBA, and I don't expect Lonzo to be able to grasp it right away, okay? It's going to take him some time. But like I said, 27 shots, probably not going to see that type of volume every night from Lonzo. And the Lakers did barely win this game. They won 132-130, so it went down to the wire. It's not like they absolutely dominated here as well. So they are, of course, bad defensively, and that's another thing with Lonzo. He's, like I said in my first analysis of him, he is a decent individual defender, but he's a much better team defender. He's mediocre at best as an individual defender, okay? Nothing great, but we all know that he's good on the offensive end, okay? So let's talk about moving forward. What can we expect from Lonzo, okay? Next 5 games, he's playing the Pelicans, Wizards, Raptors, Jazz, and Pistons, okay? So the point guards that he's going to be matched up with, Drew Holiday, John Wall, Kyle Lowry, Ricky Rubio, and Reggie Jackson, okay? So a mediocre set of point guards here in terms of defensive ability. I mean, John Wall's a good defender. Kyle Lowry's Ricky Rubio's whatever. And then, like I said, Drew Holiday is okay as well. So what I've really noticed from Lonzo, and this is what I really expect moving forward, is the pace-up games is where he's going to excel because that suits his game, okay? So I'm already predicting against the Jazz, he's going to struggle a bit because it's not going to be a pace-up game. It's going to be a slow-down game, and that is where I want to see. If Lonzo can prove me wrong there, then I'm all for it. I'm going to buy in 1,000%. Like I said, I don't think he's a bust at all. I think he's going to be very good. I just didn't think the expectations were freaking Jason Kidd, freaking Magic Johnson. I just didn't want to go that far with Lonzo, okay? Let's pump the brakes a little bit, okay? In the pace-down games, I believe he's going to struggle a bit. He's best suited for these pace-up games, like I said, when he's able to push the tempo. So I like that. And like I said, to me, he is going to be a nightly triple-double threat from his rebounding ability and, of course, because of his passing ability. So you'll see a lot of, like, I'm predicting more like 13, 14 points, 9 rebounds, 8 assists, 10 assists, 8 rebounds, something along those lines, which is still very good. But like I said, a couple things you got to take a note here. The Suns are bad defensively, and this was a pace-up game for Lonzo Ball. And so for him moving forward, obviously he's going to still learn and stuff, but you could see the promise here with Lonzo Ball. I'm telling you, rebounding ability, I am very impressed. Passing, we already know it. And he is a sneaky good scorer. I'm not going to say he's a great scorer at all, but he's a decent scorer. But like I said, let's not put all this pressure on Lonzo. Let's let the kid learn and develop and stuff like that, okay? But like I said, I'm going to stick by my point of these point guards gearing up to play Lonzo, the ones that will. Lonzo Ball might struggle, okay? John Wall might get up for that game. Kyle Lowry might get up for that game. So I want to see what happens there. But then again, let's again pump the brakes. Lonzo Ball's a rookie. He's not a finished product, okay? And I don't want to heap all of this pressure on him, but the media tends to, so we have to go off of that. But that's just what I think, folks. Let me know what you guys think about Lonzo Ball and his debut, and his second game, and how he did for you guys. Were you guys thoroughly impressed, or did you guys think, you know, the competition was kind of weak, and he did take a lot of shots, he was a little inefficient, and there were still some growing pains for him? But overall, sensational performance from Lonzo Ball, and like I said, moving forward, I'm very excited to see what he can do. Let me know what you guys think. Leave a comment down below. If you guys like this video, please, I beg you, give it a thumbs up because I would really appreciate that. And as always, follow me on my social media down below, Twitter and Instagram. And don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching.